Now, on that note, we're going to be shifting focus because there's more breaking news coming in. This is in connection with the Chandigarh mayor polls. It's a big order by the High Court. The High Court has ordered the Chandigarh mayor polls to be taking place on the 30th of January. The HC has said that the responsibility of the candidate's safety lies with the police. Remember earlier, the Chandigarh admin had proposed polls on the 6th of February. Now, remember, when it comes to earlier developments that have taken place in relation to the Chandigarh polls, back this month, last week itself, the Aam Aadmi Party had moved the High Court in connection with mayoral polls. This was just hours after the polls were slated to begin. They were deferred until the 6th of February. But now we're learning that the High Court is saying that they're going to be held on the 30th of Jan. We're crossing over to our colleague to get us more details on this. Gurpreet, tell us more about the decision behind the polls being placed for the 30th of January. What's the reason behind it?
Well, we all know when there was the poll and that had been postponed by the UT administration, and after that Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress, who had already forged the lines for the mayor polls in Chandigarh, they had approached the Punjab and Haryana High Court, where they had challenged the decision of the Chandigarh administration. We have seen even yesterday when there was a hearing, at that time the court has already put a lot of question mark over the Chandigarh administration. They are saying 6th February is too much delay in the mayor polls because they are scheduled to be held in January. Why they are not coming with a plan so that election should be held before 6th of February. Today, after hearing all the facts and findings of the Chandigarh police, of what they had given to the report which has been given by the Chandigarh police to the Honorable Court, and after that taking the decision, it has been given direction by the Honorable Court to the Chandigarh administration to hold these polls on the 30th January so that there should not be much delay on this thing. We all know the Chandigarh administration, they wanted to hold this election on 6th February, and after that Aam Aadmi Party and Congress, they challenged before the Honorable Court, and finally court has given the orders to the Chandigarh administration to maintain law and order on the ground, and these elections should be held on 30th January. So now they are supposed to go for this election before the 6th of February because the direction had already been given by the Honorable Court, and the mayor election, which has already been postponed by the Chandigarh administration, now they are supposed to hold these elections on 30th January, and on 30th January the Chandigarh will be able to get a new mayor for 1 year, because there are the polls which are holding every year, and this year because of some reasons these polls had already been postponed, and now after the High Court has already intervened,
Absolutely.
the polls
Gurpreet,
will
thank
be
you
held
so much for
on
joining us
January
and getting
30th.
us those details. Remember, the polls are now going to be held this month on the 30th. With this, we're heading into a very short break, but do stay tuned. We'll be right back.